Hello, welcome back. My dear students, we for the last 4 to 5 lectures we learned about the new chapter that there is a electrical network parameters and passive filters, and we come up to the constant K band pass filter and constant K band reject filter. So today onwards means for this video onwards we will learn the band pass filter. Basically a filter that passes the particular band of the frequencies, either it is the low frequencies, high frequencies, and particular band of the frequencies it will able to transmit from input to output side, and which is called as the filter. A filter that passes the particular band of the frequency and reject the remaining frequency, which is called as the band pass filter. And that band pass filter, and in the simplest form it is obtained by cascading a low pass filter and high pass filter. Means the combination of the low pass filter, here there is a low pass filter and the high pass filter, we have to be formed the combination of the both, which is called as the band pass filter. Then in this case the cutoff frequency of the low pass filter should be higher than the cutoff frequency of, means here there is a relationship between the cutoff frequency of the low pass filter should be higher than the cutoff frequency of the high pass filter. So cutoff frequency of the LPF means there is a low pass filter, it will be denoted by the f of h, and the cutoff frequency of the high pass filter is denoted by the f of L. So here f of h and f of L is nothing but the highest frequency, highest cutoff frequency, and the lowest cutoff frequency. The highest cutoff frequency f of h, which is equal to 5 kilohertz, and f of L, which is equal to 3 kilohertz. Then a cascade connection of the low pass filter and high pass filter gives the a band pass filter, and which passes the particular band of the frequency. Means the frequency is starting from 3 kilohertz to 5 kilohertz. Only in between that the filter is able to pass the signal, whereas all other frequency, means below the 3 kilohertz and above the 5 kilohertz, it will be attenuated and their exit for the stop band. In the block schematic, the band pass filter is obtained by cascading low pass filter and high pass filter, means combination of the both, which is called as the band pass filter. Then we move towards the band pass filter. Basically the band pass filter is a combination of the low pass filter and high pass filter, so that in case of the low pass filter the inductor is the series arm impedance and the capacitor is the shunt arm impedance, and in case of the high pass filter the capacitor is the series arm impedance and the inductor is the shunt arm impedance. Means here we have to be integrated, we combine, there is a connected the high pass filter and low pass filter combined together to form the band pass filter. Means from this figure to show that the T section of the band pass filter, and here is the pi section of the band pass filter. So as shown in the figure, the series arm is made up of the series resonance circuit, while the shunt arm is made up of the parallel resonance circuit. For a series arm, the frequency of the resonance is given by omega 0, which is equal to 1 upon basically the omega 0 is which is equal to 1 upon root of, here L1 upon 2, means this L1 upon 2 into 2C1 means the series arm impedance. So that here is the omega 0, which is equal to 1 upon root L1 upon 2 into 2C1. So while we see, then this 2 and 2 gets cancelled, and their omega 0, which is equal to 1 upon root L1 C1 in this equation. And while the shunt arm, the frequency of the parallel resonance, and the frequency of the parallel resonance is given by omega 0, which is equal to 1 upon root L2 C2, means here omega 0 which is equal to root L2 C2. When both the series arm and shunt arm have the same resonance frequency, then there will be the single pass band. Okay, means both the series arm and shunt arm have the same resonance frequency, then there will be a single pass band. My dear student, you keep in mind, if the both the frequencies should be equal, means if the series arm and shunt arm having the resonant frequency should be equal, and if this is the equal, then and then only the particular band of the frequency is able to transmit it. So that the same resonance frequency equating, then 1 upon root of L1 C1 which is equal to 1 upon root L2 C2. That's why we have written the equation L1 C1 which is equal to L2 C2. In this way we have to find out this relationship. Then the first parameter. In the first parameter we find out there is a design impedance. Basically the design impedance R0 square which is equal to Z1 Z2. So that the impedance of the series arm or the pi section of the shunt arm impedance will be given. Then Z1 which is equal to J omega L1 minus J omega C1. That's why the Z1 which is equal to this equation, then we have to be modify this equation. How to modify it? Then this J parameter, here is the J and here is also J parameter. This J parameter will be take a common, and to rewritten the equation Z1 which is equal to J square root of omega L1 minus 1 upon omega C1. That's why what we do here, the Z1 which is equal to J, then take the cross multiplication and to stabilize the equation, that's why the Z1 which is equal to J omega square L1 C1 means omega square L1 C1 minus 1 upon omega C1. That's why Z1 which is equal to J omega square L1 C1 minus 1 upon omega C1. Then impedance of the shunt arm is given by the Z2, means there is a multiplication again here. That's why the Z2 which is equal to J omega L2 in parallel with minus J omega C2. Then Z2 which is equal to take the multiplication and addition of the both the terms. Then Z2 which is equal to J omega L2 into minus J upon omega C2 upon J omega L2 minus J omega C2. Then what you do here? Here basically you think about it. Whatever the term should be given, there is a J. In the denominator you have taken the J is a common. So what we do, once the J is taken as a common and here is a J square, this J and here J gets cancelled out. So that the equation will be formed Z2 which is equal to minus J L2 C2 means minus J L2 C2, because this omega and this omega again gets cancelled out. Understand? And to take the cross multiplication to the here, therefore the omega square L2 C2 minus 1 upon omega C2. That's why the Z2 which is equal to J omega L2 upon omega square L2 C2 minus 1. In this way we have to be form this equation. Again there is a C2 gets cancelled. Okay, here is the C2 and here is the C2 gets cancelled out. And here is the omega, this omega will be come to the here, again this omega and here omega square gets cancelled out. Oh no, sorry, it is not yet to cancelled, this equation is remains as it is. Then now design impedance is given by from that equation R0 square which is equal to Z1 Z2. So from that equation R0 square which is equal to Z1 Z2, then putting that equation number 1 and 2 in the equation number 3, whatever the Z1 means this Z1 and this Z2 means this Z1 and Z2 is putting in the equation, in this equation, and once we put this equation, then R0 square which is equal to J omega square L1 C1 minus 1 upon omega C1 into minus J omega L2 upon omega square L2 C2 minus 1. Then here the Z2, then we have to be substitute in this equation, then R0 square which is equal to J omega square L1 C1 minus 1 upon omega C1 into minus J omega L2 upon omega square L2 C2 minus 1. Then what we do here, from that minus J and minus J means minus J square. Here is the minus J square, and J which is equal to root minus 1 minus J, and J square which is equal to minus root of J square which is equal to minus 1. That's why this minus and minus it will become to the plus, means here is the plus 1, and this plus 1 will become to the here. That's why this J should be vanish out, and the equation is converted into the omega square L1 C1 minus 1 upon omega C1 into omega L2 upon omega square L2 C2 minus 1. So that what we do here, here is the omega L2 is taken as a common, omega L2 is taken as a common, and here is the omega C1 is taken as a common, means this omega C1 and here is the omega L2 is taken as a common, so that this omega and omega it will be cancelled, and here L2 C1. That's why omega square L1 C1 minus 1 upon omega square L2 C2 minus 1. That's why R0 square which is equal to this equation. There is a omega square L1 C1 minus 1 and omega square L2 C2 minus 1. So what we do here, but the series arm impedance and the shunt arm impedance should be given. That's why L1 C1 which is equal to L2 C2. That's why this term omega square L1 C1 minus 1 which is equal to omega square L2 C2. At initially we seen the relationship L1 C1 which is equal to L2 C2. That's why omega square L1 C1 minus 1 which is equal to omega square L2 C2 minus 1. So that this term is totally cancelled out. Once this term is cancelled, then what is the equation? R0 square which is equal to L2 C1, correct? So R0 square which is equal to L2 C1, then L1 C1 which is equal to L2 C1, then L2 C1 which is equal to L1 C2. That's why this equation is finally we have to be find out R0 square which is equal to L1 C2 which is equal to L2 C1. The next point, the reactance curve and the cutoff frequency. Then what are the different parameters we learned while seeing the equations or derivations in the band pass filter? The reactance curve of the x1, x2 and x1 by 4, x1 by 4 plus x2. See, below the omega and above the omega 2. Below the omega 1 and above the omega 2, the reactance curve x1, x1 by 4 plus x2 on the side of the axis. Thus will get the stop band, yes correct, stop band below omega 1 and above omega 2. So while in between the omega 1 and omega 2, the reactance curve are on the opposite sides of the frequency axis. Thus between the omega 1 and omega 2, the pass band is obtained, means in between the omega and omega 2 we have obtained the pass band. Then here the x1 by 4, x2, x2, x1, x1 by 4, x2 and x2. So what we do here, one axis to the another axis, means here once the frequencies goes on the increases, then value of the x2 will be goes on the increases from that point. Here is x1 will be increases from that point, and x1 by 4 plus x2 is increases from that point. Means once it will be come to the point x, y and z, and from that point where the x1 by 4 will be coming from one axis to the another axis, negative to the positive side. X2 is the still goes on the increases, and it will be changes the axis, negative axis to the positive axis of the x1. Means these are the some characteristics about the change of its behavior with respect to the frequency, and to obtain the cutoff frequency, means FH and FL. And in between that, omega 1 to omega 2, from that only this we have to be exist the pass band, means where 0 to omega 1 up to this case, and omega 2 onwards this case, where attenuation alpha which is equal to infinity. Means here is the infinity, and alpha which is equal to infinity for this case. Then in between here, the value of the alpha which is equal to 0. Here is the alpha which is equal to 0. Means in between that only the frequency should be exists. Then derivation of the resonant frequency of the band pass filter. Then what is the derivation of the resonant frequency f0? For the band pass filter, the condition of the cutoff frequency is given by x1 by 4 plus x2 which is equal to 0, and z1 by 4 plus z2 which is equal to 0. Then we have getting the z1 which is equal to minus 4 z2. Then multiplying both side by z1, means for here we have to be multiplied by the z1, and here is to be multiplied by the z1. Because of that, there is a provision to find out, to change or to arrange the equation such a way that to find out the design impedance, so that there is a z1 square which is equal to minus 4 z1 z2, and z1 z2 which is equal to r0 square. That's why z1 square which is equal to minus 4 r0 square, and take the square root on the both side, then z1 which is equal to plus minus z2 r0. Thus the value of the z1 is obtained at the two frequencies. There is a omega 1 and omega 2. That means the omega z1 which is equal to minus j to r0, and omega 2 z1 is plus j to r0. Thus z1 at the lower frequency is negative, and z1 is at the upper frequency, means z1 lower frequency is negative of the z1 at upper frequency. So that what we do, 1 upon z1 minus, here is the 1 upon z2, here 1 upon omega 1 c1 minus omega 1 n1, means series arm impedance, which is equal to minus 1 upon omega 2 c1 minus omega 2 l1. So we have to be rearranging the equation by taking the cross multiplication, means omega 1 c1 which is equal to minus omega 2 c1. That's why here is a 1 minus omega 1 square l1 c1 upon omega 1 c1 which is equal to, just to change the sign, omega 2 l1 c1 minus 1. Okay, then this minus sign will be vanish by changing the position or rearranging the equation. Rather we called it is the to vanish the negative sign, to disappear the negative sign, because of to change the position of that equation. That's why 1 minus omega 1 square l1 c1 upon omega 1 c1 which is equal to omega 2 square l1 c1 minus 1 upon omega 2 c1. So here is the 1 minus omega 1 square l1 c1 which is equal to omega 1 upon omega 2, then omega 2 square l1 c1 minus 1. Then we know that the angular frequency, so that omega 0 which is equal to 1 upon root l1 c1, then omega 0 square which is equal to 1 upon l1 c1. That's why the 4 pi square f0 into 1 upon l1 c1, and l1 c1 which is equal to 1 upon 4 pi square f0. Then what we do from this equation, we have to be captured it. Okay, and that equation for identification I have to be mark here star, this star. and this equation will be used in the previous equation here. From that equation we have to be use it, and from that equation how it will be used, it say L17 means here is the omega square L17, and we have used that omega square L17 is 1 upon omega 1 square, means here is the omega 1 square, and L17 which is equal to this equation will be used here. There is a 1 upon 4 pi square f0 square means omega 0 square, which is equal to omega 1 upon omega 2, means here is the omega 1 upon omega 2, then omega 2 square upon 4 pi square f0 square, means here is the 4 pi square f0 square minus 1. But we know that the omega 1 which is equal to 2 pi f1 and omega 2 which is equal to 2 pi f2. So what we do here, 1 minus 4 pi square f1 square upon 4 pi square f0 square, which is equal to 2 pi f1 upon 2 pi f2. From this omega we have to be convert this omega which is equal to 2 pi f, basically omega which is equal to 2 pi f. This equation will be formed 2 pi f. So what we do here, omega which is equal to 2 pi f, that's why here 1 minus 4 pi square f1 square upon 4 pi square f0 square, which is equal to 2 pi f1 upon 2 pi f2, then 4 pi square f2 square upon 4 pi square f0 square minus 1. Then after that there is a 4 pi square, and here is the 4 pi square gets cancelled out. Here is the 2 pi, and this 2 pi gets cancelled out. 4 pi square gets cancelled out, and the equation is formed 1 minus f1 square upon f0 square, which is equal to f1 upon f2, f2 square upon f0 square minus 1. So that the equation is 1 minus f1 square upon f0 square, which is equal to f1 f2, means here is again if we multiply f1 f2 inside the bracket, then f1 f2 upon f0 square minus f1 f2. Then rearranging the equation, 1 plus f1 upon f2, which is equal to f1 f2 upon f0 square plus f1 square upon f0 square. Then take the cross multiplication here, then f1 plus f2 upon f2, which is equal to f1 f2 plus f1, means this again gets cancelled, f1 plus f2 and this f1 plus f2, and basically the f0 square which is equal to f1 f2, means from this equation will be formed f0 square which is equal to f1 f2. In this way the resonance frequency f0 is the geometric mean of the two cutoff frequencies. Up to here we have seen there are some parameter of the band pass filter. In my next video we move towards its solved example. Please subscribe and like and share my video. If any doubts, any query, please write on my comment page, and please click on the bell icon. Thank you very much. Have a good day, good night.